For the last 20 years, the rules for getting found online were pretty simple, right? Just get on the first page of Google. But a massive shift is happening as we speak, all driven by AI. And it's creating this really strange new problem for some of the biggest brands in the world. So let's dig in and figure out what's going on.
And it really is a mystery. I mean, think about it. These are brands with massive marketing budgets, global recognition. They should be the first thing an AI recommends. And yet, they're not. They're basically being ghosted. They're becoming invisible. So in this explainer, we're going to get to the bottom of why.
Okay, let's see this in action, because this is wild. On the left, you've got a standard Google search for a heavyweight t-shirt, and you get exactly what you'd expect, right? The usual suspects, big retailers, fast fashion giants. But now look at the right. Ask ChatGPT the exact same thing, and it's a totally different universe. It's recommending these niche, super premium brands, and it completely ignores the top Google results. This is the proof right here. Ranking #1 on Google means absolutely nothing if an AI doesn't even know you exist.
And trust me, this is not a small problem. A recent study looked at direct-to-consumer fashion brands and found that a staggering 94%, 94, were completely invisible in AI recommendations. Now, these are brands with strong online presences, great SEO, the whole 9 yards. And yet, to this new way of searching, they've just vanished.
So why are these super successful brands suddenly wearing an invisibility cloak when it comes to AI? Let's get into the cause.
Well, it turns out AI doesn't care one bit about your marketing budget or how famous your brand is. It cares about one thing and one thing only: clear, structured, machine-readable data. You see, a lot of luxury brands love to use this beautiful, elegant language to describe their products, but they leave out the nitty-gritty details, like the exact fabric weight in grams per square meter. And if an AI can't find those specific, hard data points, it just skips right over you. It won't recommend you. Simple as that.
This is a game changer. It means the rules for being discovered online have been completely torn up and rewritten. Everything that worked for the last 2 decades, it's quickly becoming obsolete.
So this new reality, it needs a whole new strategy. And that strategy is called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO for short. Think of it like this. If SEO was all about climbing a list of links to get to the top, GEO is about becoming the answer itself.
All right, let's break this down, because the difference is huge. With the old SEO, the whole goal was to get someone to click on your website, and you did that by focusing on keywords. Simple enough. But with GEO, the goal is totally different. You want your brand to be cited directly in the AI's answer. And to do that, your focus has to shift entirely to structured data and getting mentions in sources that the AI already sees as trustworthy.
So where does an AI actually learn who to trust? Well, it basically looks for the same signals we humans do. It's scanning Wikipedia for objective facts. It's on Reddit looking for authentic, real-world conversations. It's digging through Amazon for detailed product data and reviews. And it's watching YouTube for visual proof and demonstrations. The bottom line is, if you're not visible in these places, you're not going to be visible to AI. And this creates a massive problem for brands. Because when a customer starts their shopping journey inside a private AI chat, you have no idea it's even happening. You can't see it, you can't track it, and this has a name. It's called the AI dark funnel. It's this place where you're losing potential customers before you even knew they were in the market.
But look, this is bigger than just being found in a search. This whole AI revolution is completely transforming the entire fashion industry, from how images get created all the way to spotting the next big trend before it even happens. Just take a look at content creation. In e-commerce, speed is everything, right? Well, today, 1 in every 3 brands is using AI-generated backgrounds for their product photos. I mean, that's huge. It dramatically cuts down on costs and the time it takes to get a product online.
AI is also giving brands something like microscopic vision. There's this technique called geo-fashion mapping, where they can analyze millions of data points from social media, from search, from sales, to spot these tiny microtrends in specific neighborhoods, even down to the zip code. So they can literally see what's popular in one part of a city versus another, and then tailor their inventory to match. It's incredible. So the next logical step here is hyper-personalization. AI is becoming your own personal stylist. It's taking a brand's entire catalog, mashing it up with your personal purchase history, and then suggesting complete outfits just for you. Suddenly, shopping is less about just buying something and more like having a personal consultation. All right, so let's follow this trend all the way to its logical conclusion. What happens when AI doesn't just help you shop, but actually starts shopping for you? This is the future, and it's called Agentic Commerce. Just imagine telling your AI agent, hey, find me a new pair of running shoes. My budget is under $100 and they need to be good for city streets. And then, that's it. The AI does all the research, finds the best option, and maybe even buys them for you. That is the massive leap we are talking about.
Now, this isn't going to happen for everything all at once. The first things we'll probably hand over are the boring, routine essentials. You know, toothpaste, laundry detergent, that kind of stuff. But right after that, that's when lifestyle and functional purchases come in. Things like skincare, electronics, and yep, fashion. These are the exact categories where we'll let AI agents do the heavy lifting and just present us with the best option.
And the financial stakes here are absolutely enormous. A recent survey found that 1 in 10 UK retailers is already losing over £1 million a year just because of bad tech integration. As this whole agent commerce thing becomes a reality, you can bet that number is going to explode for any brand that isn't ready for it.
Okay, so given this massive shift, how does a brand fight back against becoming invisible? How do you actually get seen in a world where being searched isn't what it used to be?
It really comes down to a 3-part playbook. Step 1 is what we can call heritage storytelling. You've got to turn your brand's history and craftsmanship into real expert content. This builds up something called EEAT. That's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. These are the exact signals AI is looking for. Step 2, structured transparency. This one's absolutely crucial. You have to make your product data readable by machines, right down to the last detail like fabric GSM. And finally, step 3, authoritative citations. You need to earn mentions on those trusted platforms the AI relies on. We're talking expert blogs, top-tier media, and even knowledge bases like Wikipedia.
And all of this brings us to the ultimate challenge for every single brand out there. For decades, the goal was simple: impress the customer. But pretty soon, you're going to have to impress the algorithm that advises the customer first. Because if your brand can't speak that language of data, of trust, and of expertise, you might never even get the chance to speak to a human again.